Now, what can I do for you? Be seeing you. I prefer something with a little more stabbing.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilber. Oh, her! Yes, she is persistent, isn't she? She barged in and began asking me all sorts of inappropriate questions about my customers. She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room. I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious. 100 copper pans, a reasonable fee to experience the sublime words of Adir's greatest poets. Don't you think? Come, lay your head on my breast. It's futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words. How to capture their dreams, the desires of another, their feel and taste. But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. Trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure. My troupe were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences. The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin. I found a more dependable application of my talents here, to touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up. Have you come to hear some verse? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. How dare you? Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran. He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
Ahoy, Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, I'll be aiming to thank you for bringing me aboard. You run a tight shop, and you ain't no terrible person either. It'd be a welcome change from the Gentleman of Leisure. The Gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principe, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. It were 2 honours and a half to be chosen to join his crew. Aye, you ain't wrong. Joining the Gentleman meant leaving the Sorcerer, leaving the only family I've ever known. I never knew no kin till the Sorcerer. They be my salt family, and to me, that'd be better far than blood. I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. Malnage would have snatched it had I not found the perfect hiding spot. I know right to tell you that you mightn't want it no more. Just a jest, Cap. Nay, I tucked it away in my beard. Didn't wear braids back then, so my hair caught about everything from feathers to fish bones. Malnage shook me down for plunder after each raid, and I figured out she wouldn't go nowhere near my beard. Said my face were like a Zorip fetish. Don't rightly know for sure, Cap. Thought at first she wanted me. Lasses be that way sometimes, treating you worse the more they fancy you. Given she tried to get me killed twice within our first fortnight together, I thought mayhap she were in deepest love. Didn't fancy her in the least, but a man has needs, and I figured at the time that she were as wet as any other lass. Figured I'd give her a whisper about what we might get down to in the old. Her answer were an unequivocal no, made with a sharpness. Might have been you be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for sentiment.
What do we have here?
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget. I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this. Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others. To live in a world as a thinking, feeling creature, it is difficult. It demands strength, but we cannot always be strong. I help those who have lost their strength to find it again. 300 copper. I know it's a bit more than most, but my service is like nothing you will find anywhere else in Nekataka. Very well. Remove your clothing and shut the door. You may leave.
That order's too tall.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins? Ha! Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? Ha! I crack myself up. Gets me every time. Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
Give me a real challenge.
I'm here. I'm on it. Yes?
Have you come to hear some verse? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. That explains quite a lot. Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Elder Deeren. He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this. I seem to have misplaced my key. I can't open my armoire without it.
Ah, I see your plan.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet? Oh, Oswald, you really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? You damned old fool. Where could they have taken him? Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay bent over the bulwark giving Andra a taste of my innards. I hate boats. Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. Wait a tick. When our ship neared Nekataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked. Why don't you go take a look? With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
Don't worry about you, Adair. There'll be a finger for you. You shouldn't be aiming a pet.
Hey, it was dark. I only saw the back of your head.
This ain't about me, farmer.
Why, hello. Cootsteely at your service. I can tell that you're new to the Deadfire. Maybe you're still getting your bearings? Some of my herbs can help with seasickness or worse afflictions. It's nothing personal. You just have that taking everything in look about you. Give it time. It'll pass.
Oh, ain't no shame in looking, lass.
Money is the obvious answer, but I don't think that's what you're after. Yes, I'm an herbalist, but I also pride myself as a florist. I think the city liked the idea of putting a flower shop somewhere visible. It's ostentatious, really. Probably the same reason why we have a magic shop next door. Pariki's Overlook is a great big splash of culture and innovation, there to show travelers that the Huana are ready for the world at large.
I got this.
Be taking half this back to the sorcerer. She'd truly live up the name.
I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Berteno. Not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that! Madiko! That flaccid Batso! Imp, you had none of that, huh? That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Fascina. My postenago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves. He said that he's in debt to a Rautayan captain by the name of Hamuto Stonehill. By all accounts, a deadly serious man. You do not know Arkemir, do you? He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk. Whatever he loses from those gloves, he will take out on me. Somehow. You will? If you are expecting some payment or reward, I do need to keep this under wraps. You look capable. While I am stuck behind this counter, I am in no position to refuse help. A discount goes without saying. You're saving me a world of trouble by doing this. Thank you. I do not know where Berteno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Bra Citadel docks. Hamuto Stonehill must be as dangerous as he sounds, or else Berteno wouldn't be so panicked. I am the apprentice of He of Many Colors. That's plain old Arkemir to you. What few spells I know have names like Arkemir's Dripping Scourge or Arkemir's Malevolent Codpiece. He made me conjure a household staff of imps. Horrible, chittering things. I think it's because he knows I hate them. He makes me call him by the titles he's earned in his long career. I can also call him by the titles I've made up since the start of my apprenticeship. To me, he's the bringer of foul wind, the teeth of suckling imps, and the herald of dirty slippers.
Fortune for a punt. Salutations. Do you wish to hear your fortune? I see a fork in the road. There's a statue of a human. Someone in robes. Take the left fork. If you go right, it could get ugly. Don't ask me why. I can see no more. Unless you give me another pyre. And I want my manhood back. It's not under here, believe me. No refunds. Archimere's policy, not mine. I just told you an accurate fortune. You'll be thanking me when it comes true. Oh, Ifrin, you were right. I can't believe I ever doubted you. That I got on Archimere's bad side and didn't exactly survive the experience. I'm not really supposed to chat with customers. How about you get yourself over to the Animancer's Tower in the Sacred Stair, then? No need to gawk at me. The Queen is too pleased at having an archmage at her disposal to care. I can't blame her. The Huana have got it rough. We all need coin in the end. Sure, all the time.
Easily done. I wish I could help.
I'll handle this.
I could do this in my sleep. I could do this in... I am just too good.
Quench your thirst on the way up the mountain? Spirits and the like? No one this side of the slope will scorn you for a little indulgence. Between us, folks tend to linger and spend coin in parikis when they've had a few. Good for business, I say.
You had no right to interfere in Rawatai's business. I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Archimere cares even less.
If this is what passes for Rautai in diplomacy, Razanui has bigger problems.
If you've come to see Archimere, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business. The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rawatai. In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both. Akira.
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
A spellcaster, and a damn good one. Specializes in hexes and illusions. He and his apprentice run the Dark Cupboard, a local magic shop.
I believe that he had dealings with black market treasure hunters. Not that the Queen will implicate him.
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers at her door.
Arkemir could be drinking Kawiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
There are things better left unsaid.
While I'm standing here, you mean?
Akira, I don't deny it. Arkemir left the city. Likely for the peace and quiet we didn't grant him.
At least I offered to pay him. Your only currency is altruism.
I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Arkemir time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Arkemir? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island. For me, I could use a reprieve. These are frustrating times we live in. What say? There's always Facina, Arkemir's apprentice. No love lost there if whispers are true. Arkemir seems to enrage those of his inner circle, not excluding the imps. Akira, I say the relevance of the Harappo epic can't be overstated. It could prove a touchstone for the Huana. It could even... Sorry, you go ahead. It is important to all who call the Deadfire home. I only tell you this because I know you can be trusted. The epic is supposed to contain information on Ukaizo. Nothing as dramatic as a set of coordinates, but anything helps. Stories are also important to the Huana. Much of who we are is still missing. The story could speak to the values and beliefs of our ancestors. The language structure, narrative voice, and use of metaphor can tell us something about the time of its inscription. We could even... I've lost you, haven't I? Akira, I tend to go on. Akira, from the Journal of Rakua, an explorer who found the tablet on a remote island some 20 years ago. Unfortunately for Rakua, the most we found of her was her journal among the flotsam of a shipwreck. They think the tablet can show them... the way to Ukaizo. Akira, it's a mythical island, but that isn't stopping any of us from rushing to claim it first. Akira, the pleasure is mine.
Consider it done.
The sea is true home, not smelly mountain. What you want? Sprout wings like imp, huh? Fly up the balcony. Doors are for ground meat. Arkemir doesn't let worthless idiot outside after worthless idiot sprayed dung on stupid. But Arkemir not home. So worthless idiot watches the ships come in, looks at all the tasty gulls. Those Arkemir's big words. Gave name, but worthless idiot no understand. Wait till worthless idiot tells Krill Jelly and Grease Boy. How often you beat your crew, huh? Worthless idiot knows when to shut worthless mouth. I join crew? I join crew!
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Show me. I really can't do that. You see a lock, I see a personal invitation. Captain, aye aye.
I see where you're going with that.
Did the queen summon everyone to the palace?
Akira, I've never seen Arui run so